Hey guys, Justin here, back again with another comic book haul. This time it will be slightly different. I took a trip to Perth last week and decided that hey, I'll just stop by um, comic book shops or secondhand book shops because I always see you guys do that in your videos, so I thought, why not give that a go? And I got quite a score. It was nothing too key, but I just thought I did pretty okay. Um, and I say pretty okay because Perth isn't really the best place to look for comic books, unfortunately. It's pretty quiet. Reminds me of a cross between a much rural Los Angeles and San Francisco. So I looked for secondhand bookshops, comic shops, and I was lucky enough that there was a toy fair that was just happening like 5 minutes away from where I was living in Perth. So I'm just going to show you guys what I got. Now, there are not a lot of thrift stores that carry comic books, and the secondhand stores, the secondhand bookshops, they're not too good either. They don't have a good selection. Everything is kind of like damaged. There's a particular franchise of stores called Elizabeth's Bookstores, which is a secondhand bookstore. I think kind of like I forget the secondhand bookstore that you guys always buy your books from. But the books weren't too good. I just saw a few stuff that I thought I would get, but decided against it, like early issues of Ultimate Spider-Man. But they had a lot of spine ticks, so it didn't really make much sense to get one. So I checked out the comic book shops. There are a few to check out, but most of them know their stuff. So the back issue bin is not that great either, and it's not like you're gonna make a lot of stealth buys or anything like that. But still, I came across some shops that had some sales, and here's a batch of books that I got from that shop. Everything here you see here is about 50 cents Australian, which is almost the same as Sing dollar. So I think it's about maybe, I would say 35 cents or something like that in US. So I got a bunch of fables. If you've been watching my YouTube videos, you know I'm trying to complete my run of fables in the most cheaper way possible, just trying to find good deals. So here's number 141. I like fables. They have nice covers and the storyline is good. 129, 139, 128. I might have doubles of this because I have not been keeping touch with my collection. 131. So again, these were all 50 cents. Really nice covers. 135, 140, 138, 137, 130. I was just lucky to come across a shop that it had a sale. Every other shop, either they didn't have a lot of back issues or they knew what they had, so you didn't really get a lot of good stuff. I'm pretty sure that in a bigger country like the US or Canada, if you go to any bookstore or second comic book shop, you're going to find some treasures in their back issue bins and all that, but not much luck in Perth, but it was still good. 127. I was quite lucky to come across this. This is Uncanny X-Men number 508, where they had the Wolverine Appreciation Month, and it's kind of like a Van Gogh kind of cover. The only problem with it is that it's got this spine tick here, this corner tick there. It was only 50 cents. And a really good find was Gen 13 number 0. I bought this for 50 cents as well. So not too bad. So this was from the only comic book shop that I bought stuff from. There was another comic book shop that I bought, that I went, it was about a 45-minute drive from where I was staying. Couldn't find anything, unfortunately. But just thought I'd get myself, they had this Lewis and Clark number 8, which is where Jonathan Kent first wears his Superboy costume. I got this for about $6, which would roughly be about $4 in your current US currency. Not the best, but not too bad either. Condition is pretty good. Okay, so I mentioned the toy fair. So I went to this toy fair knowing that there'll be comic books and all that. I wasn't disappointed. You guys always talk about going to all these sports centers or halls, and you have these like small group of vendors and people who are selling the books, and I got a small taste of that, and it was pretty awesome. I can't wait to do that in the US if I ever do make that trip. So where shall we start? Okay, so I got a few dollar books. So there were some guys selling the big back issue stuff. Here were the books that were $1. Superman American Alien, just trying to complete my run. This is a really good storyline. Suggest you check it out. X-Men number 200 with the David Finch gatefold cover. Pretty awesome. Uncanny X-Men number 346 newsstand. Nothing significant. This one, the only reason why I got it was just because it was a Joe Jusko cover, as you can see over there. Yeah. Hopefully you can see signature. Come on, focus. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only reason why I bought it. A nice Leno Yu cover of X-Men Legacy. Love the TV show Shield series, so just thought about number 1. This is part of the gatefold cover. I think this was the connecting cover. One of the connecting covers, 212. And there were a few Emma Frost books, not the earlier issues, but I just only chose the one that I thought was worth buying because I just wanted to make it $1. This is Emma Frost number 18, which is a Greg Horn cover. Not looking to complete this series, just if I find it for cheap, I'll get it. And the stealth buy of the day is Brightest Day number 14, which I bought for $1. I think this is the first appearance of the White Lantern Batman, which goes for a bit of money on eBay. So real happy with that. So that was from one of the vendors that was selling his back issues for $1. Okay, so last batch of books that I'm going to show you. Let me just rearrange them. Sorry about that. Okay, so most of them were $3 or $4. I can't remember, except for the last few books, which I'm going to show you. Found a bunch of X-23 books, and X-23 might be heating up. And when you find her back issues, especially a second series, doesn't really go for very cheap. So anytime I can find her X-23 series, I'll get it. This was $3, which is about roughly $2. Number 18, number 6, number 20, a Phil Noto cover. Managed to find the New Mutants Animal number 6. This was $4. It's a little bit of it's not perfectly scented, but for $4, sure, why not? Yes, first appearance of Shatterstar, I think. Uncanny X-Men number 538, just a really nice Terry Dodson cover. Bought this for $3. Okay, first good buy of that day. All new X-Men, X-Men Annual 10, which is the first appearance of Longshot, and I think the X-Babies as well. This one I bought it for, I think, $4. A good find. Batman number 563, part of the No Man's Land storyline, artwork by J. Scott Campbell. This was $4 or $3, I can't remember. Roughly about maybe $2 and $2 US. One of the X-23 covers I forgot to show you, number 14. Alright, so the book that I was really happy to get, that I was willing to pay the price, was X-Men Annual number 14, which we all know is the cameo appearance of Gambit. I've been looking for this book for a while. Didn't want to buy it at a really expensive price. I paid, I think I paid $12 or $14 for this, which would roughly translate to maybe about $10 US, which is the price I was okay with. So I bundled all the books together, came up to about $42, and I asked, can you make it 40? And he said, yeah, sure, let's make it 40. And so I got this book for roughly around $10. So not too bad. Yeah, I'm really happy with the books I got, especially with this especially. I wasn't expecting to find this for $1. So all in all, the trip to Perth was fun. Got a small taste of what it would be like since I visited the comic book shops and went to those small conventions or small, I don't know what you guys call them, you know, when you have these fairs at your in like sports centers and all that. And hopefully one day I'll be able to save enough money, take a trip across America, checking out all these famous comic book stores that I see you guys frequent. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon in another video.